between the two of us, a lot of sweeping happens.
Yeah.
Welcome to week 7, day 2. We got a beam pour done yesterday, and we're trying to empty this tote, and we're going to have to start moving some soil around here because we need to raise up the inside of the house. Let's get to a quick update and what the heck is going on there. Michael, you have to explain yourself. The toilet.
About this?
I know people say I shit sideways, but this is ridiculous.
Make a cover to the hole.
Yeah, we had such a heavy rain yesterday, guys.
I put temporary cover.
Cool. Alrighty. Anyway, so that's that's the joke here, guys. And to finalize on the shower, yes, we are going to run 2 lines down. We will put a T in before it breaks through the house. We will put a P-trap in here, and then one of 2 things is going to happen. We're going to bypass the whole septic system because it is only shower water, or we are going to just tie into that 4-inch pipe there. We've got lots of opportunity to do that. Okay, so another update here. All this soil here and the stuff running down the side, etc., that's all got to get tossed inside the house. So as soon as we can get hollow block started, we will be doing that. And it looks like Zindo is doing just that. It looks like he's going to get ready to do some hollow block. So like I say, all the soil will do that. Then out front we have some anapogue. That's the white looking soil, guys. That's ocean bottom, if you want to call it. The whole island of Cebu is not volcanic. I've seen no reference on the maps or anything about Cebu having a volcanic system here. So this is all just ocean bottom that's been pushed up. And when it's broken up, it makes very, very fine stuff, and it makes that big clumpy stuff. And that's why the roads are because all the fine stuff ends up working its way underneath all of the rock and essentially pushing the rock up. But it is so fine, I don't think the rock here gets pushed up. I think it just simply binds tighter and tighter and tighter. The Daggett is looking good. This is maximum low tide season, guys, and high tide is pretty minimal. June apparently is the maximum high tides. We're not here, and that's why my brother-in-law wanted to know whether the seawall held up. But we can see the mark where the high water was. It's only about 1 foot for regular tides, right? This has nothing to do with storms, and from the typhoon that we just saw, the mangroves do their job. They chop up those waves pretty darn good. Good morning, Rosindo. I can't get these guys to stop saying sir to me. And if you're new to the Philippines, when I first started coming here, it was good morning, Sir Ken. Good morning, Sir Mum. Or Mum Lynn. And then it became good morning, Sir, and good morning, Mum. Dropped the names completely. Now it's shortened down to good morning, Sir Mum. Province life, where no dog is leashed and no poop is ever picked up, ever. If they poop in the middle of the street in downtown Cebu or downtown Manila, they don't pick up, even if they're on a leash. That's just how it is. Okay, we've got lots of dark soil. This is good. This is good. So we will be able to manage, and that's why I was mentioning about the soil around the house on the outside that they've dug for the pillars and stuff, guys. All that will be moved into the inside of the house. Because if anything, we want the dark soil around there, around the outside of the house, to plant grass or vegetables or whatever we might want to do. There we go. We got birds on a wire. Okay guys, I'll update the electrical and the sewer late in the day because it's a plodding along thing. But first, I want to talk about earnest money. A question from a subscriber on earnest money when buying a piece of property. Earnest money is just a down payment, but in the Philippines, it's rarely, if ever, held by a lawyer. And so if you back out, yeah, the money goes to the seller. But if the seller backs out, at least it's held by your lawyer, right? Not here. Many, many, many times the money is held by the owner. So be really, really careful of that, guys. Really careful. I can't drive that home enough. We have already run into one situation where the people were going to buy a piece of property, but the long and the short of it was they were selling the property because they needed immediate money. So they needed that earnest money. They needed that down payment immediately. And fortunately, they found out before they gave them the money, and they said, no, 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 no. We need to have paperwork signed. Well, we don't have the tax declaration and all that stuff yet. Aha! There's another sign that this thing may be going sideways, and they only need the money for the medical. So be careful of that. You could easily find yourself in a predicament with this whole earnest money thing, because once it is spent, and even if they can afford it to give the money back to you, good luck. They're going to wait for you to take them to court. I almost guarantee it. Almost guarantee it. So be careful of that. I don't really know what else to say about it. We did not give out the earnest money. They wanted the earnest money quite quickly. Of course, the real estate people wanted the earnest money quite quickly because then they could get paid. And no, we said no. We do it all on the same day that we do the transfer. And all the way through the process, the lawyer kept saying, they're missing this piece of paper. I already sent them what we need. And if you've ever followed Facebook, you know that quite often you will put 3 questions in there and get 1 answer. And we found the paperwork doing exactly the same thing. Exactly the same thing. So only getting 1 piece of paper at a time. So our process ended up taking about 2 months, and they were getting all antsy and all this sort of thing. Sir, are you sure you're going to buy? Of course, if you get your darn paperwork there, we will get this finished. And it started getting a little curt, you know, get your paperwork. But sir, now, you want to sell a piece of property? Get your stuff done. Okay, let's give you an update on the front of the house here. It's almost lunch. James and Apollo are up top here. They're doing the other tie beam. We had a discussion about lowering the tie beam for the window, which is the big patio door, right? 300 centimeters. And after a short discussion, it was decided we'll just have a continuous tie beam up there. And the main reason is it will look weird if the tie beam is down low. And then you've got this, you know how the pillars stick out, and the guys know that that is an issue with me, and I don't want the pillars on the inside of the house. So we decided to leave that up there, and then we will pour a small 4-inch 4x6 lintel across. Then it will match with the AAC, which is 4 inch as well, and then it can all be puttied together, and there won't be the seam in the house, and there won't be a big lower seam on the outside of the house. So there we go. Now over here, Rosindo is already putting another layer of hollow block in. Yippee! And so we've asked them to continue doing that so that we can start getting local people in to start backfilling all of this stuff. And you can almost see that these piles that are going through there are almost equal to the height of the floor. Just a little shaving off the top, not much at all. So we need all this perimeter dirt, as mentioned earlier today, all this perimeter dirt going into the build and fill it up there. We bagged all that black soil for a reason. Put our front lawn in here, and down the side I'm pretty sure that that north wall we will concrete all of that. It's not going to get any daylight. It's not going to grow anything, but it will be our main path down the side of the house to the front if we're on the outside and wanting to do some gardening, or we don't want to track stuff through the house. Through the house. Our mechanic has come back. Yay! He's going to try and fix that aircon. We're giving him kind of a one-shot deal to get it done. Oh, she keeps pinching my bum on the way by. Sexual harassment. Okay, so just so you're aware up front, in case I don't catch you on this one, this will all be filled with gravel. No random sharp stones like that one. None like that. This is one area, in my opinion, with this kind of soil, you have to put in your sand, sort of gravel. It's not what we consider like minus gravel, right? There's a lot of sand in this stuff. They call it, I think Lynn calls it river sand. Anyway, I already put the hose to it, hydrauliced it, get the sand down between those pipes, and give ourselves a nice sand bed all the way through. So Rosindo and those guys can start the hollow block in this section, and we should be good to go. The guys are now working on the Ensuite. Yippee! Rosindo's only got one more layer of hollow block to do, and we can start backfilling that whole side. Does your wife spend every waking moment with the darn videos going with the soap operas? Ay, ay, ay.
The dog is there?
Not anymore. I shooed the dog away.
Oh, I'm always putting these bones outside.
Oh, well, put it way outside then. Okay guys, if you've watched other videos, you'll know that they don't put their piping and stuff inside the wall. So I gave an example a while back of an electrical box that's going to be channeled. And so there won't be all that chip, 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 chip that happens after everything is finished. So one thing you're noticing about our build already is that we are putting the water and the sewer lines in and the electrical now before the walls, so that the slab can go in and then the walls go on, okay? And all the piping is being closely watched by me, and already we've got an error in the pipe going to come through for the drain of the sink in the CR. The drain for the kitchen, that's fine. It is going to come through the slab, not through the wall, by design by me, okay? In the lavatory and the ensuite, of course, we want to make sure that the sink is coming through the wall, the drain for the sink. So that's the difference here, and all of our electrical is going to be primed before all of the walls and before the slab goes down. So if you're watching a hollow block program, or the guys are doing hollow block build, this hollow block that we've got down, they would just normally continue all the way up. And then they would come through and they would chip through the foundation and put the plumbing in and all of that stuff afterwards. With AAC, a little bit different process. You need the slab down first so that you can put the AAC up afterwards, okay? It rests on the slab. There you go. That winds out today. The guys have got more plumbing to do, but Lynn and I are going to be busy for the last 2 hours of the day here. Later, Gators.